to spirit. It's not your regular relationship.
All right.
It's at a level whereby it's my
Amen.
spirit in communion with his spirit.
Amen.
And you see, my spirit is the place where the connection can be made
Yes.
between me and the Spirit of God.
Right.
My spirit connected with God's spirit.
Yes.
So if you're going to have real worship, which means you have real relationship,
Yes.
need to know that the God with whom you have the relationship
Amen.
is a spirit.
Yes.
And the way that I connect to him is by the spirit in me.
Yes.
Because we all know that the you sitting in that chair is not the real you, right?
All right.
As good as you look, and you all look so beautiful. And as much as you did to get dressed to come to church today, you did a good job. Some of us been dieting, some of us been running, some of us been cutting, tucking, weaving, all kinds of things. Some of us got a new tie, a new suit, some new shoes. We got little air sole things in our shoes so our feet won't hurt. And all those are things that we are doing to the shell that is the body.
Yes.
But the real you, the real me, is on the inside.
Yes.
It's
Amen.
spirit. What you can't see and handle, but what you know is there because it was the spirit that made you get up this morning. Because many of us, the body didn't want to do it, did it? Amen. And even sometimes your mind trying to tell you don't, but it's the spirit that quickens, that makes us alive.
Amen.
No spirit, when someone dies, what happens is the spirit separates from the body.
Yes.
You know, medicine can keep you hooked up and you can, the heart can be pumping, blood can be flowing, and all those things can go on. But when the spirit leaves the body, you're dead.
Right.
You're
Amen.
done.
Amen.
And the spirit is going to live forever.
Yes.
That's the connection that I have in relationship with God.
Yes.
He is a spirit. And in order for me to worship him, to bless him, to do what he would have me to do, I must worship him in this relationship out of my spirit.
Amen. Amen.
See, some of us can stand up and say all kinds of things in church. We can praise, we can know the words to the song, we can dance, we can have the moves, we can have all of that.
Yes.
But that does not reflect, that does not indicate real relationship with God.
All right. All right.
Because real relationship with God is out of the spirit.
Yes.
That is the connection. So Jesus also says, not only must we worship him in spirit, but we must also worship him in truth.
Yes.
That truth there is simply Jesus.
Yes.
That truth is simply Jesus. So here's the thing. God is a spirit, big S. And they who will worship him must. That word must there means it's essential.
Yes.
In other words, you cannot worship God if we do not worship him in spirit. There's a connection with my spirit to the Spirit of God. And then truth. Truth is Jesus.
Yes.
As my spirit is the place of connection with the Spirit of God, Jesus is what I call the conduit, if you will, to that relationship.
Amen.
In other words, I have a spirit, God is a spirit, but there's got to be something, if I'm going to connect with the Spirit of God, there's got to be something that gets the juice flowing between me and God. And that conduit, if you will, Pastor Cameron, a conduit is something that you stick someplace to get one thing over to another thing. And the conduit comes in the middle and connects up something on one side and something on the other side. We must worship the Lord in spirit, my spirit, and truth, Jesus. And the truth that Jesus is, we're talking about Jesus, the living word and the written word. The living word and the written word. And so here's the thing. If I'm going to have real worship, I need to have real relationship. And in order to have real relationship, I have got to worship in spirit, that is the real me on the inside. I have to have a place of connection with God. And then I need to worship in truth. I have got to allow the living word and the written word to be the conduit, the thing that just snaps that relationship in place. That's what God was doing with this woman at the well.
Amen.
Jesus was getting her to a place whereby she could have real relationship with God. She had had all kinds of experiences, had done some of everything, had been in all kinds of beds and all kinds of places.
Yeah.
She was not someone to be desired. People didn't like her. Folk didn't like her. Obviously, men didn't like her. All kinds of things going on in her life. And there's perhaps the fact that she might have even had children who wondered, why do you do the things that you do? But on this day,
amen.
Jesus says to her, the true worshipers
yes,
must worship God in spirit and in truth.